Hi, and welcome to another episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter, where I'm going to give you my top 10 reasons why I use a crossbow. So, with that said, let's get started with today's show. Okay, before we get started with today's show, remember, hit that subscribe button right down there, right down below. Go ahead and hit it right now. Get it out of the way. And hit that thumbs up at the same time and ring that bell so you know when new episodes are coming along your way. So, let's get back to the show. Hi, and welcome back to Utah Crossbow Hunter, where today, like I said, I'm going to give you the top 10 reasons why I use a crossbow. And you might be shocked at some of them. So with that said, let's get started into the show. Alright, reason number one. If you shoot a rifle, the transition to a crossbow is very, very easy. Because either what's an iron scope or a scope, iron sights or a scope, either way, sighting in a crossbow can be a little bit easier. But the main difference is the speed. The speed of a crossbow is 400, we'll just give an average of 400 feet per second. Okay, where a projectile, we'll say, comes in at 2,000 feet per second. Okay, and your recoil is different. So the adjustment, there's going to be an adjustment gap, but other than that, there's not that much difference between the crossbow and a rifle. Reason number two, when you're in a tree stand, if you're using a crossbow, you don't have to worry about cocking it. It's already cocked for you. Or you cock it down below and hoist it up. All you got to do is just put it over that rail and pull the trigger. Where with a compound bow, if you're in a tree stand and you're sitting, now you got to stand up, draw the bow back, and take your shot. So you might have a chance of being discovered with a compound bow, within may not be so much as with a crossbow. So pre-drawing it compared to not pre-drawing it. Okay. Point number three, it's easy to shoot. All you got to do is just cock it back, put your arrow in, and pull the trigger. Pretty simple. It's, like I said, very easy to shoot. So, more people are doing that transition because compound bow takes a lot of work. Not just the drawing it, but sighting it. Get your sights. Okay. Reason number four. Again, easy to shoot from a tree stand. You just put it over the railing there, and you're good to go. To where, like I said, a compound bow, you're going to have to stand up. Okay, so it's easy to shoot from a tree stand. Number five, there's a lot of energy in a crossbow. Okay, compared to a rifle, we'll say. A rifle has a ton of energy. Crossbow has a lot of ton of energy when it shoots down range. So there's a lot of energy, and so your arrows, if you got a good shot, you're going to make that excellent penetration. The energy is going to carry it right through your animal. Okay? And number six, they're quiet. The only thing you might hear is the tone of the string. But overall, crossbows are very, very quiet, especially with the technology these days with limb silencers and string silencers and all sorts of silencers that you can put on a crossbow to make it really quiet. Even though a deer, which has excellent hearing, may hear the twang, but doesn't know where that twang's coming from, and by then it's too late. Okay, where back, like just a few years ago, they had a chance of jumping, that was known as jumping the string. They hear it, and if you ever seen these videos where they just drop down, and you may hit their back, hit their spine, or miss them completely. Nowadays, they don't know where it's coming from, so they're quiet. Low recoil. Okay, there is a slight recoil, but it's pretty low. Usually with the recoil, it will just jump it up a little bit. Not much, but after you pull the trigger, and the arrow releases, and has that little recoil that jumps up afterwards. So very low recoil on a crossbow, and they're cool to shoot. They've been around forever. When I say forever, you go back to medieval times. What did they have? They had the crossbow. Okay, bows and arrows, they had those too, but not as many as the crossbow. The reason for that, I believe, is that the crossbow could shoot further. So they always would arc them. So when you see a lot of those videos, movies and stuff where they're arcing them, okay, getting that shot out there, they did them with, they did them with recurve, what they called recurve bows, but they got more penetration. They got more further with their the crossbows. All right, and you can feel like a sniper, whether you're shooting from the ground, shooting from a tree, if you're got the license to shoot from your vehicle or whatever. It doesn't make any difference. You can feel like a sniper coming down on their prey. You get them lined up in your scope, get that nice, good feeling. You get your shot set up, and you pull that trigger, and you go, wow, that deer, that animal didn't know it was coming. So, yeah, you feel like a sniper, wherever you're at. And again, they are fun to shoot. I enjoy getting outside and shooting my crossbow. Because like they said, the more you shoot, the better you get, the more animals you're going to get. Okay, they're a lot of fun. Sometimes cocking them can get a little annoying, but whether you're using a crank or the rope cocker, it takes a little bit longer, but the adrenaline that you can get out of shooting a crossbow, okay, a lot of fun. Okay, so these are just some of my top 10 reasons. We'll come back with my final thoughts on this and wrap today's show up as just a nice little video on my top 10 reasons on why I shoot a crossbow. Okay, so my final thoughts on a crossbow. Like I said, I love them. If you have your reasons, put them in the comments section below. I'd love to hear why you enjoy shooting a crossbow. Okay, so get yourself a crossbow. Get out there, get fun. These are my pros. Maybe I'll do one on some cons. I know there's some cons to crossbows. Maybe we'll do a follow-up video on cons to a crossbow. Because I can tell you one thing right now, they're heavy. It just is what it is, because they're long, they're heavy. The front end can be heavy going through, carrying them through the brush and all that kind of stuff. But the satisfaction you get at the end of the day, when you drop that animal and you drag it out of the woods, and you go, look what I got. Okay, a nice big buck. Doe, whatever. Doesn't make any difference what you just got. Okay? Could even be a rabbit. You're done with the day and you got yourself an animal. The satisfaction at the end of the day is what counts. So get yourself a crossbow. Enjoy it. Get out there. Have fun. Okay? So with that said, family comes first. Always. Okay? Take care of your family. Get out there and hunt. And by all means, see you on the next episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter.